Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Designer Rescue Remedy on this Saturday morning. I haven't been on for a couple of weeks. I'm actually here in my old rental apartment that I'm going to live in and renovate. So my background here is this kind of creamy kitchen. So if it's looking a bit different from the way it was, you know why, because it's a different joint. So I just want to wish you a fabulous Saturday. Okay, we will wait for our my lovely guest, co-host of the show, Jane Thomson, to jump on. And then I will kick off with the intro. So I hope you've had a great week this week. As we sort of navigate through 2022, when is this whole thing going to get better? That's what I want to know. And I'm just wondering where Miss Jane Thomson is. Oh, there she is. She's waving. View request for Jane. You're going to join me so I can stop stuttering and stammering to you, and we can kick off the show. Hello, love.
Well, hello.
How you going?
I'm all right. How are you? Nice to see
You all right?
Back,
yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. Got to turn up the volume.
Yes, you turn up the
Welcome,
volume.
my darling. I'm hosting.
Yes, how are you? You're looking really nice. You're well, I can tell. Where have you been? What you doing?
Darling, you've been telling the viewers, I've got a different background. I've got a daggy old cream kitchen here.
I know, darling.
Rental that I'm going to do up, and you're helping me. Remember that, my darling. You're helping me do it.
I
know. The theme and the scheme for the to revive it.
Yeah, so we hate doing our own stuff, don't we, darling? We need a bit of a hand.
We need a handhold. I think we all get very concerned when it comes to ourselves, but we can easily, I reckon you're the same. Can I make decisions for other people? No problem. When it comes to ourselves, we are a blubbering mess in terms of making decisions, or I am. I don't know about that, lady.
No, darling. Well, there's so much to choose from.
Yes. I better do the show. It is our 48th show. That's right, isn't it, Jane? Or have I got that wrong? It's 48?
Absolutely 48, darling. Yes.
Guess who's that age next week?
Ah! I know. You're 48 next week. Oh,
that's kind of special.
Kind of special.
48th 48th episode of Designer Rescue Remedy. Is your renovation in need of resuscitation? Is your wallpaper waning? Do your rugs need ruddy revitalising? If not, we're here to help you resuscitate your space. I'd like to introduce you to my delightful design partner in crime. She is timeless. She doesn't need the filter that she's just slammed on. She looks anyway. She doesn't need it. I don't know what she's doing. Jane Thomson, designer extraordinaire. How are you, my darling? You're looking beautiful.
Oh, stop it. You're so right. No. I'm great, darling. And I just thought, and you're looking fabulous too, darling. But I just thought I'd tell everybody, if you're watching for the first time or you just like to know again where to sign up for this wonderful service that Adam and I provide for free, you can go to designerrescueremedy.com, upload your images, answer the questionnaire, follow this guy, follow me, and follow Designer Rescue Remedy. And that's all you got to do. It's totally free. And if you're looking, if you like my contributor today, or my winner contributor, hello, Katie.
Okay.
If you're looking at a property, and I'm getting a lot of those, which is great, that you're wondering what to do with the room and you just can't get your head around it, hit us up, send us the real estate image, and we will sort it for you. If you're not sure about what to do with a space in your home or your office or something like that, or a charity that you love and you want to do a little, space for somebody, that is right up our after. okay? And it's totally free. So please hit us up, because without you, we don't have a show, do we, Adam? We'd be
Thank you, Mike.
screwed.
Another thing that's really important is our fabulous free guides that we both have for you to download today on our website. So before we launch into our weekly winners, I've got one, Jamie's got one. I just want to let you know about mine. I've got a beautiful free guide on the 3 steps to creating a home filled with the wow factor. 1, learn how to be bold with colour by using a simple colour theory most people forget. 2, discover how to scale the scale and size of your pieces makes or breaks a room. It's really true. And 3, you learn the finer details and what makes people love your home but don't know why. That's in my free guide. I would love to encourage you to download it. Just go to Adam Scougall, AdamScougall.online, one word, ONLINE, /wow factor, one word, WOWFACTOR. And you can get my fabulous guide, guys. So go to it and download it today. Darling, did you have your details yet? You have your
Yes,
details?
darling. It's easy. You just go to, and mine will be a lot shorter. So you just go to Jane hyphen or dash Thomson, THOMSON without a p.com.au. There'll be a little pop-up there. You just click on the pop-up. It's that easy. And it'll be a little ebook on how to design, how to define your style and how to work with it. So great little tips in there that will help you. And I'm looking at doing another one, darling, because I think it's, there's some other things that we need to tell everybody, because it's so easy just to read and go, oh, you get that little light bulb moment. So it's stuff that we know and that you don't, and it will help you in your design, what am I going to say? Your design journey. Yes.
Your design. Dan, do you mind if I go first this week?
Sure.
Is that okay?
I don't know.
I decided I'd change things up a bit and go first.
Shall I let you go first?
This week's winner's, and I just think it's a poignant kind of situation or topic. A lot of people get themselves in this situation and they turn their dining room into a boardroom. So instead of a lovely sort of dining room that invites people to come in and relax, you feel like your formal, this is a lot of the time, it's a formal dining room, but actually this isn't a formal dining room, it's right off the kitchen. This is our winner for the week. And their dilemma is particularly that they have a dining room that looks like a bloody boardroom. So what I'm going to do is share some tips. I'm going to show you the before and after of this. But Mim and Frank, I'm going to tell you guys and the viewers out there how you actually get rid of that whole boardroom vibe and get into a place that actually people want to have dinner in and you want to dine in. So here's the before. This is Mim and Frank. They've got about 5 to 7K to spend. Mim has said to me, Janie, she said, Adam, I love you, darling, but I don't like a lot of the splashes of colour. It's the blacks, the whites, the wood tone. So that's fine. Mim kind of got a kind of odd design. She loves sort of structured, modern, again, the black, white and wood tones, but she likes a bit of farmhouse. But she's just been looking at Pinterest and seeing that sort of thing. So 5 to 7 grand, sorry. Darling, you'll probably have to spend a bit more than this, but we are keeping the dining table. This is a before, Janie and viewers. So this is just off the kitchen. So the dining table is a wooden dining table, keeping that, but Mim's asking, should she recover these chairs? You know what? A lot of people do that, don't they, Janie? They say, should we recover the chairs? Well, darling, first and foremost, big thing here is that recovering costs as much as a new chair anyway, so I'd say get rid of them. Now, back to the boardroom looking like, or sorry, dining room looking like a boardroom. When you got these high back sort of, I don't know whether they're leather, Mim and Frank, or they're pleather, whatever. You've got these high back sort of black dining chairs, which feel, Janie, very boardroom-like. And they're very behind, my darling. The table, not much of a problem. I think what's happening behind there too is we want to do some decluttering, darling. So you don't want to have a whole lot of things around the buffet, boxes and different things. But I mean, that just takes some effort. But look, we can deal with the table. We need to soften it. I would put some sculptural items on there. And let's bring in some things in here that you don't see in a boardroom. We don't want to just have lights over the dining table, along with those two square chairs. And, you know, it looks as if you've just had a meeting and everyone's left their paperwork on there and they've had to run to the loo or get for a coffee run before they go into another 3 hours of boring corporate sort of drizzle. So, darling, how about let's reinvigorate here. I've done a hybrid sort of black and white farmhouse, just a touch, darling. But also too, I don't know if you like a little bit of ethnic vibe, but I've kind of put that in there just to the little bit of this, darling, because I thought it made a difference. There's a lot going on there, but that is actually the same sort of styles. And darling, I've got a few pieces here. One of our go-tos, Janie, and you know, you guys, if you want to go and find a lot of decent stuff, reasonable prices, Oz Design. These are I love these chairs. They're called the Designer. They're the Sky Designer chair in a honey brown rattan. They're $4.49. They are lovely and curved, and the boardroom feel will totally be dissipated, darling, because those tall, ugly, black, pleather, leather, whatever sort of items you have, they need to go, sweetie. Gumtree, you can get some money for them, fine. If you need to just let them go, as long as they can take them away, you're on a good wicket. So these are curved. They really provide an organic feel to the room. Darling, mix things up as well. The boardroom feel is totally gone, darling. If you use something like this, Jane, is that a zebra print or what is that, darling? You know,
yeah, that's a zebra print, darling. It's lovely, print. Actually. It's gorgeous.
Zebra print, that's from a UK company. The zebra print chair, Flying Fox Co. UK. That's a bit of an investment. They're about $2.5 grand each. But you could do something here. You wouldn't necessarily have to go and you know, get it from the UK. But mix and match here. You can see a Roman blind in the back there, which you'd need to get made up. But you know, you've got the line running up as a band on the blind, if you can see it in the back there. Just a soft cream. Some fabulous pendant lights are going to eliminate that boardroom feeling. So have a think about whether or not you can put pendant lights over your dining table. They add absolute wow factor. These are called the Monte Carlo. I've got a small and a large black copper. How fabulous. Price on application, darling. Got some funky little lamps there. A black buffet to counteract all of that kind of oak or honey wood, whatever it is. If you're going to think about your wood tones too, if you're worried about them, it's always great to go with a mid-tone wood tone and then have a very contrast in the black. You can never go wrong with that sort of shock of black against your oak or whatever it is that you're dealing with. So more details, Janie, more details, guys, over on Instagram at our page where I'll put my supplier list in there. But get rid of the boardroom first things first. Get rid of two square chairs. Put in some organic line in your fabrics, do some prints, and use some pendant lights. They're the key things. And get rid of all the clutter on the table. Don't leave your dining table as a cluttered mess. Put in some beautiful organic bowls, some fresh hydrangeas, darling, and you will have the most fabulous dining room that looks nothing like a boardroom.
Correct. Love it. Darling, you know what? Sorry, I'll just, little comment from Miss Jane. Darling, looks great. I love the biggest thing with that room that it had no soul, right? It had, and this is not us being judgmental. It's just you come to us with a problem and Adam has solved it. But the thing I love about it, darling, you know, it is a slight farmhouse look, but you've injected a bit of personality into it. You know, the beautiful curved chairs with the rattan has given it the detail. You can't hear me?
No, I can. I'm loving it. I'm getting positive feedback. I'm getting... I'm just
okay.
Grabbing it in.
Give it to me, baby. Yeah, I love the fact that you put the black, which anchors the space. That's your anchor. You've got the beautiful Roman blind with the black border, everything, and it softened it. The curves softened that very square kind of. I think it was built in the 90s, that place. It kind of has that 90s vibe going on. And I just, darling, you've softened the space. You've given it a focal point with, especially with those beautiful pendants from Emac and Lawton, I think, darling. I think they're about $700 each, but they're worth it. And you've got that gold bezel, which is the internal part of it. If
Blame the budget a little, Amy.
yeah, look, sometimes you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah,
so what? It's like you can get that later on, or if you can't, so what were your clients called, darling? Your contributors, winners?
New South Wales.
Frank and didn't hear the rest,
Mim.
but it doesn't matter. Oh, Frank and Mim, you don't have to do this all at once, but get a plan and strike it off and start doing it. And Adam is so right. Often to recover items in this day and age because of the labour, I hate to say it, but sometimes it's cheaper just to go and get new chairs, and you can sell them so they will be reused. So Frank and Mim, if you don't like that, you're fucking mental. So I know you're going to love it.
Darling, I just want to say before we go into your fabulous room, make sure you're selling them on to people because we want to be really aware of not doing the landfill thing. So I'm aware of that as well.
Yeah, darling. And a lot of people, why does our screen go dark? I hate it. Anyway,
I think it's a
connection. Can you still hear me?
Me.
No, it does it every now and again. It's fine. So guys, this week I have the. Hey?
No, it wouldn't be the connection, Adam. Shush, it just does that.
No, I can hear you. It's just that the screen. Oh, shut up. The screen goes. The screen goes dull. Right. This week, lovely people that are watching, our viewers. I have the lovely Rachel from Port Melbourne in Victoria. Now, they're looking at buying a property, which is a lovely property. And she's got a little daughter who's 7. And she does not know what to do about this room because at the moment it's painted blue. Her daughter is a fan of pink. Her daughter loves, Chloe, little Chloe who's 7, loves giraffes. And she did say she'd like a giraffe wallpaper, and little Chloe loves flowers. Little Chloe, she said she wants this room to last until her tweens, which is, she's got another 6-7 years. So, Mama Rachel, darling, I've kind of twisted it a bit because I think putting giraffes wallpaper, I think she may kick back on that in a couple of years, and you don't want to be doing the room again. So, darling, I think to take your gorgeous little Chloe into her next decade, it'll be good to flip it. So, darling, she loves pink. Also, Rachel did say that she wants to do like a wainscoting, which I totally agree because the room isn't that big. It does have a fireplace and an exposed brick wall, and she wanted some solutions for that. So what I'll do, I'll shut the hell up and I'll get onto it. So I'm going to show you the room that Rachel's looking at, and it's a gorgeous room, and it's got, what's it got at the moment? No window coverings at the moment, but darling, I'd put some, if you can afford it, and you can, because I've come under your 9,000, you could put some shutters in there, because I think they're on the street. Sweetie, with this room, what I do, I'm going to tell you what I do with that fireplace and wall in a minute, okay? I've only done one elevation, darling, because it does take us so much time, and we are super busy. So if you're happy just to have one elevation done, if we ever have time, we can do 2. But unfortunately, sweetie, both Adam and I have been so busy. So, sweetheart, this is your... It's very, very pink. She loves pink. So that's the room, darling. So... Oh, my God. Oh, thanks, darling. Well, that wallpaper is from a new place I found. I can't remember it, but it's about $75 per square meter. Okay, then what I've done, I've reversed it. So instead of having giraffe wallpaper, I've given you a floral wallpaper, and I've given you a giraffe blowing pink bubble gum, which is kind of cool. Darling, I want you to reframe it in an ornate frame, which will cost you about $390. The bed is from Life Interiors. It's a boucle white bed. I've got little bedside tables. I think they're from Adairs, and they're only, oh crap, hang on. Sorry guys, Adairs. They're on sale for $49.99, down from $200. Awesome. I've got this pink and white striped, sorry, it's a red and white stripe. I know it's a bit odd to put red in there, but I think it's just going to make the pink lessen the pink a bit, and it'll look, it's actually a pinky red. I've got a beautiful little floral cushion, which is in velvet from Temple and Webster. That's $59.95. And that gorgeous rug, I thought to inject a bit of green instead of going the pink out, darling. That is about $15.90 from a new place I found. And I'm just sorry, guys, if I can't find it right now.
We've lost it. Your screen.
I lost it. Bugger. Sorry. How boring was that? Guys, I'll put it up on the on our feed. And there's a lovely knitted throw from Temple and Webster, I think. So there you go, guys. And that just comes under the $9,000 at about 7,529. So Rachel and Chloe, I hope you love, because it's kind of, it'll take her. Hey,
I said that had the wow factor.
Yeah, and the lamps are from Emac and Lawton, and they're about. I can never remember this stuff because it was really late at night when I was doing it. But I think they're about 600 each, but they're gorgeous, and they're about yay big. They'll look gorgeous, darling, and that will serve little Chloe into to the tweens, and then but it's a good. Now with that fireplace, I just want to, darling, what I'm going to suggest with that fireplace, there's two things you can do. You can leave the natural brickwork if you like, and paint the timber out into that lovely white, which I'd say natural white, darling, or you can leave. Paint out leave the brickwork, paint the mantle out, or you can leave the mantle timber and paint the brickwork out in a white. So just paint it in a lovely kind of, natural white. I do that in a low sheen, because if you do it in the flat, it'll soak up the paint too much. So you put a sealant on it, and then put a low sheen in the natural white. So that gives you two options, darling. If you don't want that sort of raw brick, which is quite a beautiful brick, I think it'd be original. So it's up to you. If you're not mad on brickwork, get rid of it. Keep the mantle in the timber, or paint the timber white and retain the brick. I got really confused then. Anyway, darling, that's what you can do. So that's it. Hope you love.
I love the idea of the bricks white and the mantle, left.
Yeah, timber. Or you could do the whole thing in white, which would look quite cool as well. Yeah. So there's a few ways around that, darling. It just depends on your vibe, So yeah, darling, that's it.
Fabulous. The wallpaper. Wow. Totally wow.
Yes. You know who it reminded me of? And anybody that's watching, you probably know that we chat with and specify some Git Backhausen art. It just reminded me a little bit of Gitter's work. It's just something random about it, which I liked. And normally I don't like those raw pinks, but I think in this case, because she's such a pink aficionado, that it kind of works. So yeah, Dunsky. Whee!
Fantastic, darling. Have you got a criminal design crime?
Yeah, so this is our little segment, everybody. We've got a little design crime segment. Darling, I have done something like this before, but it doesn't hurt to refresh people's memories, and people who haven't seen the show before, it'll give you another little take on some terrible design crimes. Now, this one isn't the worstest one ever, but it's pretty gross. We all love scatter cushions on the sofa, don't we? Because they're comfortable and they give some a boring sofa, and this one's pretty boring, a little bit of personality. But I think that whilst they've linked some cushions to the rug, it just doesn't work because there's just so many of them and they're all really irky, perky, crappy ones. So this is a design crime. They got way too many pillows and they're all the same size. So with this, guys, what you want to do is have some different elevations. So you want, say here, they could have had one cushion in, say, a 600 by 600, another in a 500, and say a lumbar cushion, and cut it down to about 7 cushions instead of how many have they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, which it's just bonkers. So I'm giving you one that's done well. I've got a couple. So this has been done beautifully. It just, there's a few cushions. It does work with the scheme. It makes the sofa kind of pop against a white wall, and it's in keeping with everything else. And they've got a little, I think there's a little green chair that works with that little bit of green in the artwork. So they're linking the cushions, but you can see the different heights of cushions they've got. Hang on, I'll pop it up again. So you've got higher cushions, you've got lower cushions. There's no lumbar there. Oh yeah, there is a lumbar in the middle, little lumbar cushion. So I think, guys, and there's one more, which I'll show you, which is a little bit more random. I mean, again, I think this is a little bit too many, but at least what they've done, they've linked the cushions to the artwork. They've given the room some relationship and not plonked every single size and color of the same cushion in a row. Oh, so I hope that helps you guys. Just, you know, explain a little bit away of how this all works. So yeah, you want different heights, different textures, and not too many. Not too many. You can put a lot on a bed, but not on a sofa because you want to sit somewhere.
Yeah,
so that's my design crime.
I agree. That second picture with the scale, having them larger is great, isn't it? And the other thing you do was how many colours of the freaking rainbow were in the first one? Like,
and it had no relationship. It's beige sofa and all these fucking colours, like lined up in a row like little birdies on a...
It's blue. Shocking. That's
well, good on you for trying, but...
a lot, love, don't you?
Yeah.
I think people don't know how to do their cushions.
Yeah. So this will help you guys just to be able to, you know, have a little bit of insight into why. You got to think of comfort. You got to think of feel what's relating, you know, why it's relating. And, you know, cushions connect the whole room. It's like a linchpin to your focal point.
Yeah, they do.
What have you got, darling? What have you got for us, darling?
Honey? Darling, this is just a random one, darling.
Oh dear.
You know how you go and get flowers from the flower market, or you go and get, you know, you go out, dole out on some money on flowers. One thing you want to not do, don't put them everywhere, like a vase there, especially like, I don't know if this is a render or a real picture, but whoever's done this needs to be shot. Because they've got blue flowers in the middle of the table, then they've shunted in a smaller vase underneath it with the same flowers, and the back of the coffee table is more flowers. And just don't, if you're going to go and get yourself some flowers on a Saturday morning, don't just stick vases in a 3x4 metre room, you know?
Yeah, it's overkill, darling.
And you know what's worse of a crime if they're plastic?
Yeah, correct. Having said that, in the little room I did for Chloe, because kids and water and when you've got lamps and stuff like that and PowerPoints, I did actually put some fake ones in her room. And you know me, darling, I never do that. But for a little girl's bedroom, I put the little pink and white peonies in there. Only because it's a kid's room and you got to be careful. But never use fake plants, except for little kids' rooms.
Yeah. Well, my darling, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been so much fun. I'm glad to be back with you.
I should say thank you for joining us today because we haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. But anyway, darling, you've got bigger and better things happening.
But you're glad to see me. You're very glad to see me.
I am glad to see you. I am glad. Everybody's glad to see our Adam. So there you go, darling. Yeah. So I think we're done-ski.
We're done-ski. DesignerRescueRemedy.com, guys. If you would like a room review by gorgeous Janie or me, me, go to the website, fill it in. And I wish you a fabulous week, Janie, and I wish you a fabulous weekend. Wish everyone out there a fabulous weekend. If you're not watching now, live, watching later, hope you got something out of it. Give us some feedback too. Put it in the note. Like us, if you've got an idea, if you'd like us to focus on something else or do something else or bring in something else, let us know. We will do those before and afters too as part of the monthly slice and dice. Show you some of our best before and afters and why we've done what we've done. Thank you, Katie.
Oh, thanks, Katie. Yeah, guys, and if you'd like another segment that we can put in about anything, hit us up, ask us questions. I mean, guys, when we say you're welcome to ask a question and we'll help you, we love you, but please don't have a whole room. If you can just one at a time. We want to help you, and it is for free, but it does take us quite a bit of time. Having said that, hit us up, guys. Anyway, darling, I'll let you sign off for us.
If you're someone who's got onto our list, following us, and you want to tell everybody about your product, please don't do so in our feed. I've just noticed.
Oh.
We've got some lovely little following us and they're doing their promotions. Guys, please don't do that.
Unless they're good and you want to give us one free. Unashamed product placement.
It's kind of not the right place. So there's a couple of weird little ones that popped up in the last couple of weeks. I thought,
I think there was a sex one for like
sex stuff.
Ew. Gross. Anyway, guys, whatever.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Janie, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, darling. Ciao, guys. Bye.